Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited to bring you the 2024 Chevy Equinox LT, and although much didn't change for the 2024 model year, as an all-new Equinox is likely right around the corner, what did change is on this particular LT. So if you guys are interested in everything that did change for the 2024 model year here on the Equinox, I do have a dedicated video here on the channel, so make sure to check that out. But most of the packaging changes that Chevy did make pertained here to the LT trim. So they made the driver and confidence package standard on every LT, where before it was an optional package that you could add on. And this also includes the driver confidence 2 package with the side blind zone alert and the rear cross traffic alert is now standard on every LT as well. So I really do think that is a welcome change to make more equipment standard here on the Equinox, especially in the most popular LT, just to make it more class competitive with other vehicles out there, as the platform and this generation is aging quite a bit, and there is an all-new Equinox likely right around the corner. But now you guys may be wondering about the price point. Well, luckily that did not change as long as you're comparing it to an equal 2023 Equinox LT with the driver and confidence package included. So Chevy simply made that equipment standard, changed the exact price point that the package cost before, and that is the new entry-level starting price. So with all that information in mind, let's not waste any more time. Take a quick walk around of this particular Chevy Equinox LT and see what it has to offer for just over $33,000. So the Equinox in front of us is finished in the Summit White exterior with the jet black cloth interior, and this one being an LT does receive some of the upscale touches that are not found standard on the base LS trim of the Equinox. But as a whole, this is pretty much going to be a carryover from 2023 and 2022 when this generation did receive the exterior refresh that you see in front of us. But starting at the front end of this particular LT, standard on every Equinox is the LED reflector headlights, with the LED projectors being optional on some of the higher trim levels. That does include the LED daytime running light in this portion right here, and it does have the incandescent turn signals a little bit farther down on the front bumper. Front and rear park assist is now standard on every LT because that was part of that package that now made standard. You have some of the chrome brightwork on the lower section of the front bumper that carries into the grille. Gold bow tie, as well as the front 360 camera system, because this particular LT does have the safety and infotainment package for an additional $1,200, which makes it pretty much fully loaded for this model year outside of the panoramic sunroof and a couple other small touches as well. One thing I do really like about this generation of Equinox is the fact that it did not follow the trend of having black body cladding around the wheel arches. It makes it more of a typical SUV look, but I do like the fact that it is body color around the wheel arches. Just makes it stand out from the crowd because everybody is going in that direction nowadays. But anyways, coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be the standard LT wheel. Again, same as the last year. They're going to be 17-inch in size and wrapped in 225/65 Bridgestone Allensis AS02 all-season tires. You do get body color mirror caps with LED turn signal integration. There is the camera on the bottom for the 360 camera system. They are going to be heated. It does have standard blind spot detection with rear cross traffic alert for 2024 on every LT. Proximity entry on both front door handles with some of that nice bright chrome work around the windows. There is a good side profile look. It does have standard rear tinted windows as well. And coming out back, you will find incandescent lighting for the taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights in this portion right here. Reflectors on the lower bumper, as well as the rear park assist with more of that chrome brightwork. There's your backup camera, gold bow tie. This one is going to be all-wheel drive, which is still optional on the Equinox. Pretty much a carryover from 2023 here on the Equinox LT, minus the fact that there is more equipment standard. Let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker really quick so you guys know exactly how this one's equipped, and then we'll jump onto the interior. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the confidence and convenience package is now standard, which does raise the base MSRP starting price of the LT, but does include a lot of nice equipment that you would like on the Equinox anyway. So personally, I think it is more competitive to make it like that, but just know the base MSRP is raised just a little bit. This one has the safety and infotainment package for an additional $1,200, which also includes a lot of nice equipment, things like heated steering wheel, the 120-volt outlet in the rear seats, the 8-inch color touchscreen, wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, HD surround vision camera system, and a few other nice options, including adaptive cruise control, which brings the total MSRP to $33,690, including destination. So taking a look on the interior, nothing has really changed from that of the 2023 and some of the prior model year Equinoxes, but I will run through this very quickly. Now starting out here on the door panel, you will find a mostly black door panel, but this portion right here is a nice padded leatherette type material. power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic driver window. And there is the button for the power tailgate that does have programmable height as well as a 3/4 setting. So if you want to program the height, simply turn it to the 3/4, set the tailgate manually to the height you wish, and hold that down for about 5 seconds, and the vehicle will let you know that the new height is set. Coming to the driver's seat, this does have a power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar. And one thing about the Equinox that I really do like is the two-tone effect on the seating surfaces as well as the cloth material itself. It does feel very nice and is overall very soft. And immediately here on the interior, you'll notice that the Equinox over this generation has not had too many changes on the inside or any of the options and features. So this is one of the more older GM interiors at this point, but overall it is still pretty nice. Now starting out here with the gauge cluster, this is mostly analog with a small 4.2-inch color display in the center. It is controlled here on the right side of the steering wheel. I'm not going to go through everything, but it has the usual trip information, odometer, compass. You can put some of the audio, navigation, phone controls up here as well. And it is very nice, just a little bit on the smaller side in terms of some of the competition. Now the steering wheel is a nice diameter. It is going to be leather wrapped and heated in this particular vehicle. Does have the cruise control on the left side. This one does have adaptive cruise functionality. However, collision avoidance with the lane keeping system is going to be standard on every Equinox. And on the right side, you have some of your multimedia controls for the voice commands. And the back does have paddles for the volume and tune for the infotainment system itself. Automatic high beam assist here on the left side. Regular wiper stalk. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your automatic headlights as well as your gauge dimming. And some nice chrome bright work around the vents. That wraps around into the center screen around the infotainment system. Now, speaking of the infotainment, this is an upgrade. This is the 8-inch infotainment as part of the safety and infotainment package on the LT. So it is a slightly higher resolution and a slightly larger screen. It does have wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs as well. Of course, Wi-Fi hotspot is standard on every GM vehicle. There is profiles. This has the 360 camera system like I mentioned. Very high resolution. You have your My Chevrolet as well as your OnStar services and everything like that. So nice infotainment, just a little bit on the older side at this point. I like all the physical controls just below that. You have your engine stop, start, on, off, as well as your hazard button. Dual zone automatic climate control is going to be standard with the heated front seats. Down below you have your USB-C, USB-A, and auxiliary port. That is a unique thing in that aspect, is that there still is an auxiliary port found in the Equinox for 2024. So if you want that, odds are that is going away here in the very near future, as it has been taken out of other GM models as well. There is an SD card slot right above that and a 12-volt outlet. All-wheel drive button up here, as well as your front and rear parking sensors on off. Some nice chrome bright work around the shifter, electronic parking brake. Here is the GM proximity key fob. Remote start, tailgate release, all the usual stuff on there. Rubberized armrest, 2 USB ports inside for charging. There is a little LED light and a little bit of additional storage space. Up top you have the medium gray headliner. Does have LED vanity illumination, manual dimming, interior rearview mirror, OnStar, passenger airbag, overhead LED lighting, as well as a sunglasses holder. That is a welcome thing. Again, going away on many vehicles, not only from GM, but other manufacturers as well, namely Hyundai and Kia. So that is cool to see that it is still here in the Equinox. But once again, this interior is a little bit on the older side. Most of the materials will fall through from the front, including that on the door panels. You have the nice padded armrest that wraps into the center section. Good amount of storage in the lower section. And there is the seating surfaces, which are going to be pretty much the same of that of the front seat. Now, step in height is going to be very easy given the ride height and overall shape of the door entry. There's a look at the front dashboard. Out back, you do have some nice rear seat amenities. Rear AC vents, 2 USB-A charge ports, as well as your 120-volt outlet pretty far down on the floor panel there, but nonetheless, very nice to have AC vents and plenty of charging options for accessories. 1 mat pocket on the passenger front seat. Armrest does come down and provides 2 additional cup holders. The seats do have 1 recline setting, so you can use this function right here. There is the main upright position, but it does have a slight recline to it in 2 positions, which is welcome for longer road trips or just getting a little bit more comfortable for rear seat occupants. But nonetheless, a nice roomy interior. This is not quite where my seat will be set, but I do have several inches of legroom, foot room, and plenty of headroom with the overall shape of this vehicle. You can see 3-4 inches, no questions asked. Now taking a look at the tailgate, this does have a power tailgate as standard on the LT. And behind the second row, you will find a good amount of rear cargo capacity, maybe a little bit smaller than that of some of the other compact SUVs currently on the market, but you have tie downs, little storage cubbies. You can fold the seats down via that lever right there with an additional 12-volt outlet. Under the floor, you do have additional space. And beneath this, you will find the temporary spare tire as well. So that is all integrated into the trunk space. But like I said, pretty much familiar to that of the current generation, which has been around for several years. Now I do want to wrap it up here on the passenger front seat. You do have a six-way manual passenger seat, so it does have height adjustment, which is nice. Glove box is damped, no LED or illumination inside. But yeah, that's a quick look at the interior of this particular Equinox LT. Now I want to wrap this video up here on the engine, see what powers this Equinox, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. So under the hood of the Equinox, you'll find the very familiar 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which did get a very slight bump in power for 2023. This engine puts out 175 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque through either the front wheels only or all 4 wheels if you option all-wheel drive. Now this engine is paired to a 6-speed torque converted automatic, so a very traditional powertrain in that regard, no CVTs or anything like that. But it is a little bit behind some of the competitors that offer any sort of hybrid option. And of course the 2-liter turbo that was previously available in the Equinox hasn't been available for several model years now. So do keep that in mind, is that this is the sole powertrain available for 2024, no matter which trim level you choose. So that's going to do it for this video on the 2024 Chevy Equinox LT. I just want to do this very quick video. I'm sure it turned out a little bit longer than I was hoping. But anyways, that is a look at what the LT has to offer. Really not much change in the entire Equinox lineup for 2024 outside of the LT, which did get more standard equipment. However, that did come with an increase in price, the exact amount of that formerly optional equipment package. So really no price increases as of yet, or maybe to be expected for this model year. It's simply just a carryover, another new model year, and of course the 2024s are now on dealership lots. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out some other content I have on the 2023 Equinoxes, RS, Premier, comparison videos, everything like that I do have here on the channel. So those are going to be quite helpful in seeking which Equinox trim level is the right one for you. But nonetheless, hit that like button below if you guys enjoyed this video and or found it helpful. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and continue supporting here on the channel. I really do appreciate those who have stuck around for quite some time. But anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of the 2024 Equinox. Is it still competitive in the compact SUV space, or is there some of the other competitors out there that you would have? And tell me why. I'm interested in seeing which competitors out there you think is a better value or a better deal, or just a better vehicle in general. I know the Equinox has been around, but I do like some of the aspects of it that I did mention in my Tucson versus Equinox video earlier last year. So make sure to check that video out. I think there's a lot of useful information in it. But anyways, I'm going to quit rambling. Thank you for watching, and as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.